Well, joining me now first is Asaduddin Owaisi, the AIMIM MP who's called for the arrest of Parvesh Verma, saying it's a war on Muslims. Mr. Owaisi, you're calling out Parvesh Verma, but the fact is you haven't even filed a complaint. No one has filed a complaint against this speech. Therefore, how do you expect the police to act suo moto when there's no complaint at the moment, no FIR naming the MP?
Well, Rajdeep, fortunately for us, Delhi is still the capital of India. And unfortunate for us is that the law and order is still with the BJP government, and the Prime Minister is Sri Modi and the Home Minister is Sri Amit Shah. So it is not a question of going and filing a complaint. It is a question, the question should be asked. Can the Delhi police, which is controlled by BJP, will it discharge its constitutional duty of taking action against people who are calling for a social boycott and annihilation of 20 crore minorities of this country who are an equal citizen? That should be a question that should be asked to the Prime Minister, to the Home Minister, and to Delhi police. Because it is the second time BJP MP who's an habitual offender and who Election Commission has banned him for giving a speech wherein he said that a fire will come into your home and will take away Hindu girls and women. So that is a question that needs to be asked, and unfortunately for us, the government of the day headed by Shri Narendra Modi has not discharged their constitutional duty, because the message that is being sent out is that this is the official policy of BJP, that our MPs, our MLAs, our RSS affiliate organization people can talk about genocide of Muslims and no legal action will be taken by the police, which is controlled by the BJP.
No, but Mr. Owaisi, Mr. Verma's supporters are saying, I have not mentioned any community. I have not specifically mentioned the word Muslim. I was talking about criminal acts committed by certain jihadi elements in this area. I was calling for the boycott of jihadi elements. How do you respond?
Well, this BJP MP is a smart aleck. You know, he's a what we call a twit, basically. You know, he's trying to be very smart, but he's stupid, and he assumes that all of us are fools. We are not. Is a person sending is a street vendor a jihadi? A person selling meat and fish a jihadi? What is he trying to say? This word is used by the BJP and by the RSS to describe the Muslims of India. And what will BJP say now for an MLA of BJP calling Ashwaq a pig? Was Ashwaq a pig who, and all these elements who barged into his house, trespassed into his house in front of his 80-year-old mother, killed his son? Can you call a person who's serving in Indian Air Force's father a pig, who's safeguarding Indian skies?
Mr. Owaisi, you're saying all these strong words at a time when also we've seen the other unfortunate image of rioting and violence that's taken place yesterday in Kolkata, where again so-called Islamist jihadi elements are being accused of being behind it, at a time when Santan Se Juda slogans were raised in Jodhpur yesterday during Eid-e-Milad celebrations. Do you unequivocally condemn all this violence, all these provocative slogans, and want action against anyone, whether it's a Parvesh Verma or whether it's those who resort to these incendiary sloganeering? Would you agree? Strong action against all, Hindu or Muslim?
Rajdeep, I have said it obscene number of times on your TV channel. Anyone who gives a call to violence, the law should take its own course. They should face the music of the law. But unfortunately for us, the law becomes deaf and dumb, and the law becomes lame when it comes to applying it against BJP MPs and MLAs. As far as what has happened in West Bengal, it is Mamata Banerjee who praised RSS. It is Mamata Banerjee who praised the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi despite passing a resolution in the State Assembly of Bengal. So it is for that TMC government to rise up and discharge their constitutional duty. They have failed in maintaining law and order. What happened in Jodhpur, this question must be asked to Ashok Gehlot, that he is trying his utmost best to save his skin and his chair, but what is his government doing?
But you know, how will you respond, Mr. Owaisi, to those who will say Parvesh Verma is part of a cycle now of hate speech where moment religion is injected into politics, whether by an Asaduddin Owaisi or anyone else, it will inevitably lead to polarization. Parvesh Verma is undoubtedly the worst example by calling for an economic boycott. But the point is, religious identity politics is playing with fire that will lead to a backlash. And we are caught in this cycle as a nation now of this communal rhetoric.
Well, Mr. Sardesai, let me tell you that me and you are very going to see April 1st, 1933 happening in India. The extermination of Jews which happened during Hitler's tenure, it started with hate speeches, then it led to social boycott, and the final solution was killing of 5 million Jews. Graham Stanton, expert on genocide, has clearly said this, that India is on a path of genocide of Muslims in India. Now this is what is happening in our country. Hate speeches have happened, now it is the second step, that is social boycott. Don't buy from Muslims. Boycott them. A call for genocide. And so it is April 1st, 19.
But I hope you agree, Mr. Owaisi, whether it is by hate speech by Islamists or Hindutvavadis, both should be in a way dealt with strictly under the law. I repeat, anyone who says Sartan se juda in public will be treated the same way as indeed those who are calling for economic boycotts. We cannot have any more selective indignation when it comes to speeches designed to spread hate and enmity. Agree or not?
Rajdeep, I am not trying to differentiate between such calls which are being made. I am trying to impress upon you and all your viewers that who is the party which is in power. For God's sake, please understand this. These elements are being emboldened by BJP. It is BJP who is in power. How can a two-term member of parliament say this hate, can give us hate speech? How can a two-term MLA call akhlaq a suwar? How can those people in that Dharam Sansad meeting say that take weapons and kill Muslims? How can you say that and pick and choose? The important point which I am trying to impress is that it is the party in power, that is BJP, which is emboldening these elements because they have no fear of law. They know for a fact that it is BJP who is in power which will protect them. Show me one house where the BJP leader's house has been demolished. Show me one case where they have been gone to prison.